All right, aloha, friends. Happy Friday. Game time with the Goss. Another episode here, and excited to be joined by one of the top players, volleyball players in the Metroplex, Lainee Pyles, senior outside hitter for Keller Fossil Ridge and an LSU commit. First off, Lainee, just thanks for joining me. But again, one of the top players in the area. You've probably been playing volleyball a long time. What's your first memory of volleyball?
That has to be my very first practice at YMCA, learning how to pass and set with girls that are amazing volleyball players now.
About what age?
That was around 7.
Okay, so I mean, it's for 11, 12 years now you've been playing volleyball.
Mhm.
What
Yes.
around what age though did you kind of get really serious about it and say, I want to play in college?
My 14th season playing at Mad Frog, it really made me want to go further and actually play in college because seeing all the college coaches around the courts and seeing them watch you, it's just really exciting. So it really made me want to go further.
Like I mentioned, you're committed to LSU, and later in the season you'll do your signing day with LSU. Just ultimately, why LSU?
Growing up, we had lots of family friends that were almost like LSU's biggest fans. So they kind of introduced it to me. And then whenever I took my official visit there, the campus sold it, the coaching staff, the culture, everything about it. I knew that that's where I wanted to go.
I know sometimes, I mean, college can be scary and nerve-wracking, especially if you're going, uh, kind of on your own. But, I see some other girls in DFW, and you can name a few too, but Brianna Watson from Flower Mound, Jessica Jones from Frisco Wakeland, Paige Flickinger from Byron Nelson is at LSU now. Just how comforting is that to go in there with people and they're from the same area?
It's just nice knowing that I'm not going to be the only one being introduced to something new. I'm going to have familiar faces next to me, and we're going to be able to go through it together and start the new chapter together.
Will you be rooming with any of those?
Um, I I'm not sure yet. I'm probably going to room with Jessica because we're both graduating early and going up there early, but I'm not completely sure.
And then yeah, just talk about graduating early and going on campus a semester earlier. Just what made you decide on that?
I think I wanted to be able to get there and just get used to everything, train with the girls before actually playing. Uh, it did take a lot to be able to graduate early, but I think it's going to be worth it. I know I'm going to miss some of my senior things, but I'm just ready to just start something new.
Yeah, can you talk about your club season this summer? Who do you play for, and how well did you guys do?
I played for Mad Frog. Coach Tucker, she's one of the best coaches out there. We we were a very talented group of girls, and even though nationals didn't go how we really wanted it to, we still grew together and we still walked away knowing that we put in all our effort on the court, and that's what really mattered to us.
Awesome. Talking with Lainee Pyles, outside here for Fossil Ridge. Just to let the listeners know more about our guests, just a little fun thing here, rapid fire. Try to keep it to one word answers. If I need more, I'll just cue you. Sound good?
Yes.
All right. So if you weren't playing volleyball, what sport would you most want to try?
Basketball.
When I thought about this question, I thought basketball just because of your height.
Yeah.
So you never tried basketball.
I played in middle school, and then once I got to high school, I kind of just stopped playing
Yeah. If it's not volleyball, what's the sport you love to watch?
football.
I mean, obviously LSU football. Any pro team, Cowboys? No.
Cowboys, Eagles were big Eagle fans. So
Hey, I'm an Eagles fan too. Nothing wrong with that. Least favorite sport to watch.
Soccer,
Why is
because
that?
I don't really know much about it.
Yeah.
So
What's your dream job?
mm, anesthesiologist assistant, but it kind of changes
Yeah.
often, somewhere around that.
Okay. Um, favorite subject.
Anything math.
Okay. I thought for a second you were just gonna say your volleyball period. Um, do you guys have a pregame meal at Ridge before games?
Ours is Chick-fil-A. That's our favorite thing.
Chick-fil-A is bomb.
Yes.
What's your go-to at Chick-fil-A?
Um, Spicy chicken sandwich.
Um, you nailed it. Yeah. I always get that combo meal with the large fries, some buffalo sauce. I'm good.
Yep, buffalo sauce always.
Um, let's see. I mean, so is that what's your favorite food? I mean, is it that or is it something else?
My favorite food is like pasta. That's my favorite.
Okay. Uh, from someplace or home or
My mom's and Olive Gardens.
okay. So I guess I know this answer, but fast food or restaurant you could go to 7 days a week would be Chick-fil-A.
Olive or Olive Garden. I'd rather go to Olive Garden.
Okay. What's the best hype up song? Do you have one now?
Any song by Drake.
Okay. So you're just like locker room getting ready to go out to warm up. You're listening to some Drake songs.
Yes, either Drake or like Lil Baby.
Okay.
That's really what we listen to.
Um, if you weren't an outside hitter, do you think you'd be a better libero or setter?
Probably, I don't know. Setter's all hard work. Probably libero.
You don't have good hands.
I mean, I could work on that, I guess. I think it's just the set, like memorizing all the sets. That's really hard.
You got a favorite movie?
Coraline,
Okay. What's the last TV show you binge watched?
Modern Family.
Something you dislike or a pet peeve?
Um, I know this is a big one for a lot of people, like people chewing with their mouth open.
I got that the other day from another volleyball player. She said gum, smacking your mouth when you're chewing gum.
That too, yes.
And the last one word to describe you.
Competitive.
I like it. Awesome. Again, talking to Lainee Pyles from Keller Fossil Ridge. Um, yeah, I mean, last year you guys had a good season. Some of your best marks since 2016. You guys came very close to making the playoffs, just one game out. But just talk about that group of girls last season, and how good did it actually feel to compete and kind of be in that playoff race.
It was nice because every girl on that court wanted it and wanted to be there, and they were willing to do whatever it took for the team. And it sucks that we weren't able to, but just playing with them, it really made everything so much more fun and a lot easier to take.
Yeah, obviously you lost some key players, but returned some key ones as well. But that feeling of just kind of being knocked out on that final night of the regular season. Just how do you see that affecting this year's team? Does it just make you guys hungrier than ever to get that playoff spot?
Yes, it makes us want to work harder than anybody else that we play and really show them what we are capable of.
I mean, just what was that feeling like? It was against Salt Lake, I think, 5 sets on the final day. It's probably something that you don't want to ever feel again.
Yeah, it was tough. It was really tough because that was like it was our last chance and we haven't, and especially the seniors because they had never experienced playoffs. So So it kind of just hurt knowing that they wouldn't be able to. And I mean, we did try our best, so you can give us that, but yeah.
So you were District 468 MVP. Not too often the MVP award goes to a player on a non-playoff team, but just what do you remember? You remember the day you heard about it? I'm guessing Coach Holly's the first one to tell you. Just what was your reaction?
Yeah, well, we were actually just watching the Keller game because we knew that if Keller got knocked out, then all the awards would come out. So we were watching the scores close, and then we kind of put it away for a little bit, and then all of a sudden I get a text from Coach Houston's like congratulating me, telling me what I got, and it was just, I mean, I was really surprised because I mean, there's so many amazing players in our district, and for me to get it, just it was it was surprising.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, well deserved. You finished with 675 kills. Uh, you're among returners. You're second most, just behind Lauren Perry from Denton. Um, I mean, I still remember just going to your school and presenting that little plaque, and I thought you were gonna bawl your eyes out. Just what do you remember that? Just kind of seeing me walking through the door.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was kind of having a rough day, and like when you walked in, I was like, oh my gosh, no way! Like this just made my week 10 times better. My day, like I was like, oh my gosh! But that was, and seeing all of my friends and teammates there, that was really fun.
Awesome. So yeah, you did some amazing and exciting things this summer, from club tournaments. Yeah, you were able to win an All-Star championship most recently in Florida. But I gotta ask you, where does going to the College World Series and watching LSU baseball win a Natty in person, where does that rank among everything you've done this year?
I mean, it's definitely high on the list. I think, I mean, the LSU fans and players really made that an amazing experience. So, I mean, it's high up there. That was a highlight of my summer for sure.
And I remember just talking to you and mom just because you went to the game they lost, right?
Yes.
And we weren't sure if you were going to go back, but glad you did.
Yes, me too.
But yeah, kind of talk about that All Star Championship. What was it? What team was it? How did that kind of fall in your lap?
Well, North Texas puts together a team from they pick players from clubs all over North Texas. And so, I mean, Jessica was playing with me. She was our middle, and a few other players from Mad Frog. It was really fun. I mean, we had a practice day. We got plays down. We got the feel of everything, and then we had 4 days of playing. We played Canada, uh, a North team. I don't know what their name was, but we played them, and it was good competition, and we ended up winning.
And then going back to high school ball with Ridge, as I mentioned, almost 700 kills last season. Can you just kind of talk about how you got to that point, just putting in the work and your teammates just allowing you to get such a high mark?
Yeah, I mean, my teammates were my biggest supporters, really, and my coaches. Um, every single day we put in the reps. I mean, we couldn't do anything without a pass, so we have amazing passers back there. Um, Island and Sophia, our setters last year, they were amazing. I mean, I really couldn't have done it without them.
I mean, going like at the end of the season when you see that number, did it catch you by surprise? 675 kills.
Yes, I did not know that I was hitting that much and had that many kills.
I mean, you obviously you had a lot more kills than teams that made the playoffs and had more games under the belt. So that's your kills per set was probably just through the roof.
Mhm. Yes, that was exciting to see.
And then I'm just kind of pulling up the this year's schedule. Um, Again, tryouts start on Monday, the 31st, August 7th, August 8th are sort of those first games. We can count wins and losses. Looks like LD Bell is who you guys open up with. I mean, do you know what tournaments you guys are playing at this year?
There's a Northwest one, an Arlington one, and then one in Georgetown that we're playing in.
Okay. And then just looking at this season, your senior season, just kind of what I mean, what can we expect from Ridge this year?
I think we're gonna keep everybody on their toes. I don't think they're really expecting like they're not expecting what we can do. So I'm excited.
Um, and then can you just kind of mention some of the returning starters?
Aaliyah Toppin, she's another outside, amazing outside. We have a new setter, JoJo. She she's gonna be great this year. Um, Other than that, we have a lot of our JV players coming up playing a big role. It's gonna be exciting.
Awesome. Well, like they say, right, last season, best season, or something like that. So we wish you guys the best of luck, and yeah, we'll be looking forward to seeing you. Hopefully you get maybe another district MVP, and maybe you can top. Are you trying to shoot for 700 kills?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. Well, best of luck with everything coming up, and congratulations on your summer and all your achievements so far. It's awesome to watch. So that's Lainee Pyles, senior outside from Keller Fossil Ridge. Thanks a lot, Lainee. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, listeners. Game time with the Goss. Thanks for joining in. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll tune in next time.